In my last video, I demonstrated my mill, using my mill for the first time. And in this video, I'm going to actually make one of our family favorites called grinder rolls or grinder bread. It's so simple and foolproof, so I kind of thought this would just be a fun, because I was going to make it anyway today, to use our freshly milled flour in it. So to use the mill, what I need to do is I need to measure the amount of wheat berries to the same gram that I would need for the flour. So I don't necessarily measure flour after the fact. I measure my wheat berries. So from what I had from my trial run, I had 275 grams of flour. So what I'm going to do is add 225 grams of wheat berries. And it's exactly 225. Awesome. Okay, and then we're going to follow the same process. So we turn it on. We're going to adjust this clockwise to tighten it till we hear the stones grinding. Then I'm going to add the wheat berries. So I'm going to wait till I don't hear it anymore. I still hear a couple loose ones in there. Now I'm going to loosen it. And one of my questions is if I'm only doing one recipe and that took like 45 seconds to make, how do I use this for 5 minutes? Or are they saying 5 minutes the max? So something I'm going to go back and check the notes for. So I'll turn that off. Put the hopper back on, or the lid on the hopper. The lid on the hopper. This is not a sourdough recipe, but you can use sourdough. Since starter is an ingredient, so anytime that you can substitute sourdough starter with commercial yeast at any time. But if you want more health benefits, then you could do a longer fermentation, and it's better with a starter. All right, so I'm zeroing that out, and I'm gonna start with 390 milliliters of water. And the other thing is something I do know about whole grains is that they absorb more water. So I'm always gonna start my recipe with what I think or what it calls for, and then I will adjust anything after until I know. Okay, so that is, so it's 390 to 420, so this is 400. I'm gonna call it good because that is literally, I have some like grain floating in there. Okay, we're gonna switch to, so either a teaspoon of sugar or a teaspoon of honey. And I'm just gonna eyeball that. And then we're gonna add 1.5 teaspoons of commercial yeast. And I'm gonna just do a heaping, sprinkle it on the top. And then the next is a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of salt, but I'm going to add that to the flour actually. And then a tablespoon of olive oil. Depending on that's like 5 seconds of pour the tablespoon. Through many, many years of practice, you just kind of get a feel for it. All right, and then I will just dump my dough in. flour to mix my dough. I'm gonna just mix my flour together. But this is actually, looks pretty good. What this recipe calls for is mixing it up. Then we're gonna let it sit for about 20 minutes to a half an hour, and then we do stretch and folds every half an hour for the 90 minutes. And once the 90 minutes is up, then we can shape it and put it on a pan for 45 minutes and then throw it in the oven at 450. So I'll show you that process as well. Here's the dough mixed up. It is pretty coarse. I'm thinking that maybe I should have just done a half and half mix, but we're experimenting and that's okay. So I will cover this. In 30 minutes, I will come back to do a round of stretch and folds, and then like every 15 minutes or so, come back and do a couple more sets of that. And this will sit on the counter for 90 minutes, and then we will be able to shape it, and then it rises for another 45 minutes, and then it goes in the oven 450 degrees, 450 degrees for 15 minutes. So it's a really great summer bread because your oven's not on for an hour. So this is a great, easy recipe. All right, so we'll be back. I'll show you the process. For you, 2 seconds. For me, a long time. All right, we'll talk later.